Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this December the 30th, 2023. I'm hoping everybody had a great Saturday out there so far. Everybody has a great Saturday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to be talking about your forecast for Sunday and Monday. Also, we're going to take a look at the weather radar across the nation, also the watches warning advisory map. Also, the rainfall totals over the next 7 days and the snowfall totals over the next 15 days. So, stick around through the entire video. Do not miss a beat of this forecast. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and consider subscribing. Love to have you. Like these videos, share these videos, and let's go ahead and get the show on the road there, folks. Sorry for no forecast last night. My computer messed up. It crashed on me last night. But hopefully everything will work out tonight, so that way I get a chance to put my forecast out tonight. But if anybody out there could help me get to 700 subscribers, I would greatly appreciate it. I need some help from my community out there on YouTube land. Please, somebody out there can help a brother out. I greatly appreciate it. All right, and let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. All right. As you can see here, we got quiet conditions over southeast, south, and southwestern portion of Canada, through portion of Montana, Washington, Oregon State, through portion of California, Nevada, down to the Gulf of California, northern central Mexico, through Texas, back up to Arkansas, also over toward Kansas, Nebraska, through the Dakotas, Minnesota, portion of Wisconsin, also down into Kentucky, down to the Carolinas, Georgia, Florida, Florida Keys, Gulf of Mexico, also into the Cuba, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, up to Maine, also in the portion of New Brunswick, and also into Newfoundland. All right, on the Great Lakes region, back down into West Virginia, western North Carolina, eastern portions of Tennessee and Kentucky, all the way back into Ohio, and also into Indiana. We have snow flying up here in portions of the Great Lakes region as well, through Michigan, back in the portion of northern Wisconsin, central and southern Wisconsin, back in the portion of southeast Minnesota, eastern Iowa, northern Illinois, and northwestern Indiana. We got a little bit of shower activity down at the portion of Louisiana and Texas. We got a little bit of snow flying in Colorado. We got mixed precipitation in portions of Nevada, California, Oregon, and Washington State, and portion of Montana. A little bit along the Canadian border up around Vancouver, Canada. Also, we have shower activity along the coastal areas of Washington State, northwestern Oregon, and also coastal areas of California as well, which is December the 31st. All right, January the 1st. You can see here we still have quiet conditions over southeast, south, and southwestern portion of Canada, through portion of Washington, Oregon State, Idaho, back down to portion of California, Arizona, portion of central and southern Gulf of California, Texas, all the way through portion of Mississippi, Alabama, back in the portion of Florida as well, Florida Keys, down to the Gulf of Mexico, southern Gulf of Mexico, down toward the Yucatan Peninsula, also down into Cuba, and also into the Bahamas as well, back up into the Carolinas, back into Virginia, and also up here in portion of New York State, back into Maine, also New Brunswick, also over toward Newfoundland as well. All right, we got Ohio, the Great Lakes, and also into Pennsylvania. We got snow flying there as well. In Ohio, back into West Virginia, down into the western North Carolina mountains, East Tennessee, and eastern Tennessee. You got rain showers up here near Maryland, Delaware, also D.C. vicinity, down to the Outer Banks of North Carolina. More rain activity expected for southern South Carolina, coastal water back into southern Georgia, and northern Florida. Also western portion of Florida, back into the Gulf of Mexico, northern Gulf of Mexico, that is. Also in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama, getting in on some shower activity as well. All right, northeast Mexico, getting some shower activity. Also same over here in portion of Arizona, northern Gulf of California, and also southern California as well. More shower activity state with a little bit of mixed precipitation there as well. All right, we got a little bit of snow right along the Montana Canadian border with mixed precipitation over portion of eastern Oregon, northern Idaho, western Montana, eastern Montana, portion of South Dakota, portion of Nebraska, down in northern Mexico, and also into New Mexico as well. A little bit of snow flying in Utah and Colorado as well. And a little bit off Wyoming there also. All right, all this activity is for the first day of the year, New Year of 2024. which is Monday, January 1st, 2020. Let's move on to the weather radar. I'm going to show you where the precipitation is falling. Trying to wait, let it load up here real quick. Sorry about this, folks. My computer is slow as Christmas. It's an old computer, and I'm still using this old computer system, and just trying to do with what I got. Okay, I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes. Nothing don't come up. About another minute. Nothing. Well, here it is. It's coming up now. All right, we got a little bit of activity up in the northeast Canada through New York State, down in West Virginia, Tennessee. Also, we have some up here in New Brunswick and also toward Nova Scotia. Some down southeast of Miami, down toward the Florida Keys. Also in the northern Cuba as well. Also over toward Utah. A little bit of activity over in California, Southern Nevada. Also some activity up around Vancouver. To the watches warning advisory map for your location across the nation. Oh, alright, here we go. Alright, we got some special weather statements up here in much of Maine. Also, we got those small craft advisories up here from near the coastal area from Boston back down toward New York City. Also, some down toward Outer Banks of North Carolina, back down toward the Newport, Moorhead City area of North Carolina. Also, here is the frost advisory over Northern California. Florida. Excuse me. Also in northern Florida as well, with some freeze warnings there, and also southeast Georgia freeze warnings. Also, weather advisory for all of Minnesota, within Illinois, eastern Iowa, also in much of Minnesota. Excuse me, getting it all mixed up, bro. Sorry about that. Weather statements also in portion of Minnesota and also in Iowa. Also over here in winter weather advisory there as well. Some dense fog advisories over areas of Washington State. Air quality alerts down here in Arizona. Some winter weather advisory Hawaii and Chain Island. Also, we have winter storm warnings to the north of Alaska. Winter weather advisory Central. Special weather statements, and around the Alaska area we have small craft advisories and storm warnings in effect there as well. Small craft advisory from Southern California all the way to Washington State as well, and a little bit up here in northern Michigan. Alright, now let's move on to the rainfall totals across the nation. You can see that the Gulf of Mexico is loading up with more precipitation over the next 7 days, with the heaviest precipitation Texas, also in the northern Gulf of Mexico, extending through Louisiana, back into Mississippi, Alabama, the Florida Panhandle, also back into Georgia, southern South Carolina as well, and then more in the Atlantic coastal waters. Also more heavy precipitation over here in southwestern Canada, right along coastal areas. Same up here in Washington, Oregon State, the coastal vicinities as well. Lighter amounts in the lighter green areas, darker greens maybe up to a quarter of an inch in some spots. But otherwise, it'll be just pretty much lighter amounts elsewhere. Alright, and finally, we're going to take a look at snowfall accumulation. portion of the northeastern areas of Washington, Oregon State, over around the Rockies and Sierra Mountains, and some down in northern Mexico. And also bluer, and we also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribing if you have not. We'll catch you back in the next video. So have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday evening, folks. Take care.